The electricity switches on and off depending on how hard he presses. Once again, we see a person wearing a mask. Amy is concerned about the man in the bathroom. The power has been restored and will stay on for the time being. Amy is itching to go out now that the man with the mask has gone. They were told to stay in the same spot as previously. Feels there are shady characters hiding outside, watching and waiting for them to come out of their room. As a result, they must plan another way to escape. Maybe the kitchen, but the view from the window. Even though he is locked up, David discovers an apple. However, they can only go a certain distance before coming across someone wearing a disguise. With the knife in their hands, they are turning another manner, but there is still another scary possibility. Amy looks at the near certain death inside. Bathroom window once again, only to discover that this time they're confined inside and can't get out if another man goes in. They are unsure what to do now that they have left, until David realizes he has a viable proposal. He's going to sprint outdoors to the payphone. As he walked inside, he left his wife, Amy, standing at the window. While the other crooks are distracted, David escapes. It was delivered to the booth without incident. A voice in the background adds, "I'm with the police department. They are defenseless outside the hotel, but they have knives with them." The guy on the other end of the line, David, is not answering the phone. He believes he can hear other people strolling about. Through the phone, a whimper can be heard. "There is no way your chances will improve if you lose your calm." Regardless, David hangs up on the payphone. Then, out of nowhere, a truck speeds out from the parking lot. He seems to assault the booth from behind, squeaks by with only a smidgen of a problem. When he eventually returns to the hotel, he has no clue how much time has passed. Then, as he was ready to enter the bathroom, he glared and walked away. Shatters the mirror, then employs one of the pieces. They are now both sitting on the ground. David's hand was securely clenched around the thing. Frank stood back and watched as they smashed the glass. He spends hours watching the video from his security camera, without trouble until Amy falls asleep. When she regains consciousness, she realizes David has been looking through the tape. Look around for a trapdoor and you'll find one. Before he can look at it more, a car comes to a halt in front of the company's headquarters. Goes in the direction of the hotel's door. From inside, there are many cries and hammers on the glass. Get his attention, yet he doesn't appear to care what you have to say. Masked men come from behind the curtain. We're getting closer to him, but he's not paying attention. All of the lovely things are right here for you. The guy's face lights up as he hears the news. He immediately goes for the cassette containing box. It is straightforward for him to make his way back to his truck. Their focus is drawn back to the mystery. Amy is the first to come through the door, followed by David. They are currently situated inside a tunnel. Amy's concerns grow as the room grows increasingly crowded. When she can't see anything, her mind wanders to other things. Something had the audacity to brush against her leg. Screams out for help to David, but he does not come to her relief. The most horrible things that might happen to them. They have made it past the rats and are nearing the end of they locate a staircase leading to the outside of the cave. David makes his way up the stairs that lead to an office. After that, you should help Amy leave the tunnel. They watch television on several TVs. If they showed views of each individual room, David studies the door to see whether it is locked or not, and notices that they are now at the reception desk. We are no better off today than we were when we started. Is in a foul mood. When they arrive, Frank yells, "Where are they?" They are dissatisfied because they cannot find their possessions. He enters the room where the goals are being discussed. The guy on the other end of the phone line is enraged and yells instruction to his men that they were to stay buried. They are on the hunt for their prey. The two people are boxed in by complete darkness. They are aware of their surroundings. Those who were chasing them were crawling after them. A lot of activity going on at a breakneck pace. They resemble wild animals due to the attire they are wearing. Sounds are coming in from a closer range. Each one resulted in the distribution of waves over the tunnel. David and Amy had both worked a long day, but all of a sudden, everything is moving at an ever-increasing velocity. At the finish line, there is a ray of optimism waiting for you. Amy is glancing back as David climbs the ladder. The darkness seemed to be around her. Those who live in the tunnels have lost their sense of direction. David gets down on one knee and fiercely embraces her. The light becomes a little brighter as she goes higher. By blocking the door, David is denying entry to the next room, to the basement cavern while hauling the bulky desk. Amy pauses to lean her head against the wall and catch her breath. So far, this circumstance has shown several oddities, brought them closer than they'd been in a long time. I guess you could do it that way. Restore communication and closeness with your mate abruptly. Outside the window, you can see the car approaching. Despite the fact that they do not want to migrate, they stand back and watch while Frank engages with the police officers. He offers to take him on a tour of the neighborhood since he is nervous. Location where the officer has stated that they may stroll. Frank opens the door to the room as he approaches it. "Allow me to go get those keys." Before walking out of the room with a frigid gaze, he gives the door a jiggle, and to his relief, it is unlocked. He was looking around his hotel room with his flashlight in the dead of night. He turns around to confront whatever is making the noise. The lights are turned back on, and he looks around the room. A smoking film was being broadcast on one of the screens at the same time. They must be very strong due to the trapdoor. After she has seen the police officer, she double-checks. He needed to get out of the room as fast as possible, shouting. David's life is in jeopardy. Therefore, he has armed himself with a handgun. They are outmatched. Although they both have an agitated and unkempt appearance, he understands that they aren't the ones at issue. He is specifically looking for those people. Worse, he enables them to ride in his car. Nothing happens if you turn the key in the ignition. To be honest, someone messed with the engine. The actor who plays the police officer examined the engine, how a man in a mask comes behind him, and how he exposes the knife he was holding to him. I got out of the car and dashed to another location. When he saw them for the first time inside the home, David breaks a window and grabs a piece of glass from it. Amy takes her blouse and hangs it in the wardrobe. He orders her to hide from him via the window to get the best of their rivals. David, on the other hand, plans to race to the finish line. To get a handgun, go to the front desk as quickly as possible. Amy stabs him as he walks out the door after leaving the room. Her screams seem to be coming from a higher level. It's been a long time since anybody has uttered a whisper. Amy emerges when night has departed and darkness anxiously awaits her. She found herself ruminating in the attic. It has come to a complete stop as she glances down. She looks down and sees her husband's feet just under her. He lies motionless on the ground while Amy looks on. Lunges out, and a man in a mask emerges from behind the curtain. Attempts to flee, but the thug pursues her. A car and seizes control of it via the use of a phone call. She runs into her on the interior of her automobile. Frank manages to cross the finish line. Amy is dissatisfied, while he has little hope for the future. She had already left and was on her way back when she heard the news. Front desk once again in order to contact the police. Due to the fact that the phone line has been severed, she decides to carry a hammer with her. Frank's surprised presence, who proceeds to knock he grabs her and yanks the weapon from her grip. By going back and forth with Amy, you may exhaust her completely. Placed on the ground beside the weapon as she grabbed it as soon as it reached her hand. He manages to snag it just in time to shoot Frank. She realizes that her husband is still alive and intends to divorce him. She fights to get out of bed and then returns to it. Frank's corpse is the source of the phone line. Our story concludes with screams for aid, and Amy has a close grasp on David while they do so. Thanks for watching. Enjoy another video.